EGS Expert Grading Services, the only grading service to offer custom labels and tangible grader's notes. Introducing new slabs. Hello, and welcome to another fun-filled and informative episode of Codename YouTube 2. Hi, I'm your presenter, Shabu Are You. It's been quite a while since we did our last EGS unboxing, and that's for good reason. Now, if you've been following me over on Instagram and Facebook, I did reveal the new news of that EGS has finally got the go-ahead to create and produce their own slabs. That is similar, let's be honest, to CGC, PGX, CBCS type of slabs. And what I mean by that, I mean like this. And this is a preview of our next PGX unboxing. So stay tuned for that as well. Now, you may think, hey, this is not a big deal. What the hell? But it is, because you have to understand that each slab like this requires a US patent. So you have to submit it, wait for the approval, and then find someone to mass produce these. When you're a small business, that is a tall order to fill. But EGS has shown that they are here for the long haul and for the fan base. And they don't need a focus group or spreadsheets like CGC does, or some executive board that doesn't give a shit about, us little people. But EGS does. They care because they are fans as well. And I mean, it's a family business, and that's why I support them. So this is going to be the last episode where we featured the old EGS slabs. And a lot of people didn't like the fact that, it's a type of skin that's been modified and personalized to produce a slab. So these hinges kind of deterred people. I didn't never had a problem with them, because if you could see, I hang them on the wall, especially the ones that kind of graded kind of low. But that's okay, because they are thin. That's what I love about these. They were thin. I didn't have to worry about them falling like you would with these other books. I'm terrified to hang these up, but these are great for displaying. And with their custom labels, boom, it's like just pops for people that enter the retro room. So this is going to be a end of a chapter, an opening of a new chapter in our relationship and friendship with EGS. So I'm glad to support this company and them supporting me by, I'm the voice for them. When you're a small business, like marketing and all that stuff, it's difficult. So they're concentrating on this, their end product, the getting things out to the customers, and doing these custom labels. That's what EGS is focused in on. And we've seen all kinds of news about CGC, their transparency, all that other stuff, all that red tape, and you don't get that with the EGS. It's just, this is what it is. We're going to bust our ass to give you what you want. And I like that a lot. But before we dive in, I'm going to make a quick announcement about another sponsor of this channel. And if you've been watching, especially during Cobra Convergence Month, I've been talking about TGC Customs. Now, TGC Customs basically provides, here we have the Cobra Viper with his version 1 weapon, not the silly Nerf guns that comes with this figure from Hasbro. I like having that option. So that was a preview of the Cobra Viper. Now here is Flint. He came with this shotgun, which is really nice, but this one kind of looks closer to his, let me get his arm up, to his version 1 action figure. And I think that's what makes this, it just seems like these classifieds were missing that component. And CGC is the place to go. Make sure you check out the link below. And again, follow me on Instagram and Facebook, where I post pictures of, and the cool part is, like, if you're a kid that used to like models, I mean, they come in this kind of this gray, which ironically is the color of the weapon for this character. But you could paint it and customize it to match that, and that's where the fun is. And wow, I'm having a blast doing that. So I highly recommend them, and stay tuned for more because I always kind of post what the before and after, and I've been getting a lot of people asking about these over on the GIJoe, and they also do Masters of the Universe and Star Wars stuff too. So definitely check out TGC Customs. Alrighty, so here we are, the last unboxing video featuring EGS's OLD Slabs. And the first comic we're going to showcase, big hit about a few months ago, especially with us brown people. And my nieces are going crazy about this character. And I'm talking about Generations MsMarvel. So this is the first time that MsMarvel meets her idol, her icon, Captain Marvel. This is a very key issue, very important. Again, what I like about this is look at this custom label and tell me this isn't the bee's knees. I mean, look at that. You have the Captain Marvel logo and the MsMarvel logo in the sky. I mean, that just pops right then and there. Who cares about this? I mean, this is probably going to either go to my on the wall, or I'm going to give it to one of my nieces and stuff, because they're real. And that's the other thing, a new generation I'm teaching about the love of this hobby. What can be, isn't that what it's all about? Who gives a shit if it's CGC only or whatever? I mean, that's what this hobby is about, enjoying it and passing it down to the next generation. And ironically, that's the name of this title of this book, Generations. So it's fitting, and this book came out beautifully. And again, like every EGS book, it comes with a tangible piece, the grader's notes. So there's been a big uproar about CGC lately, about them not being transparent with their grading. What is their criteria? Why is my book getting this grade versus that grade? Well, with EGS, you do not have that problem because you have a piece of paper that tells you why this book got this grade. And on the back it says corner scuff, top and bottom, left front corner. Spine stress, lines front and back cover. You can't argue with that, folks. And I know people will say, oh, but CGC has a barcode. Yeah, I mean, you have to be a member. You have to log in. What a pain in the ass. I mean, this is clearly in black and white. Again, we are Gen X. We like tangible shit that we could hold and see. You know, we're not all digital. So again, it's just having that, you know, just being forthright and telling you what the hell's going on. And that's why I like EGS, is those little things, paying attention to customers, where CGC, they get focus groups, spreadsheets, and executive board meets to produce a ruling on a certain thing. What kind of bullshit is that? I know, I used to be a government auditor. You know, I was an auditor. So I know all that corporate shit. And it sucks. But so that's why I support EGS and PGX, because they're small companies. With EGS, it's a small American family business. So, you know, I think I like that. Someone to get, you know, people that are hungry, you know, chasing something, their passion. I'm 100% behind such entities. Alrighty. So we got that book out of the way. The next book is actually a recent key for an iconic character. And I'm talking about Storm Shadow. We're going to feature two Storm Shadow books in particular, but this one talks about the first time Tommy Arashikage, aka Storm Shadow, goes to Vietnam and meets with the famous unit that would give us Stalker and Snake Eyes. So that's how this whole everything in GIJoe started, but we never got that backstory that was always missing. Well, with GIJoe wrapping up issue 300 in IDW, you know, the next few months, I think that's what Larry Hammond wanted to do. Go back and finish issue number 26 and 27, along with issue number 21. So when you stack all of those up, this is kind of the seal of that entire storyline that makes the bond of Snake Eyes and Storm Shadow just it solidifies that story. It is beautifully written. One of the I think modern comics will have no idea, but this is like a masterpiece. The way the writing flows from someone who should be on the Mount Rushmore of comic creators. And again, here's the custom label. You got two katana swords kind of crisscrossing, and I like how the colors match the covers with EGS books. So it's a uniform, pleasing to the eye look. It's not just the same thing over and over again. And I know CGC has like a Spiderman icon, and that's their custom label. And I mean, that's bullshit. Put some thought into it. Make it pop, you know? And EGS does that. This book is beautiful. So the grader's notes for this, why I got, and I was shocked. I'm going to be honest with you. I thought this was at least a 9 or 8. So I was way off of this. But then again, you never know. So it says corner scuff top and bottom left front cover. Spine stress lines front and back cover. Indentations front and back cover. Small bent top right corner back on the corner back of the cover. And I think about it when I'm doing my GIJoe monthly comic book recaps. I think this was the last time I actually used a physical book. So it's on me. But again, this is going to go on the wall to display, so that's totally okay with me. I'm fine with that. Book number 3, if you guys follow me, you know there are 2 big reasons why I love Elvira, Mistress of the Dark. And again, I just got it because I've been collecting the photo covers for the Elvira series. I mean, we're on, we had Mistress of the Dark, Shape of Elvira, Elvira meets Vincent Price, and now the new one is Elvira in Horrorland. But, you know, legs. That's it. That's the reason why I wanted to get this done. But it came out beautifully. And again, the cover is the image of Elvira. You see her up there. And again, it matches seamlessly with the cover. That's what I like about it. It pops, and this will go right in with the Elvira section. And I got her NECA figure. I don't know, NECA, I don't know what the hell it's called, but let me show you. Yeah, here we go. So I found out that, you know, this was released. I've been waiting for this figure. But again, look how that looks good. So my little side corner devoted to Elvira, Mistress of the Dark. Plus Halloween is coming up, so all of that looks pretty good. And again, another wonderful job. So let's read the grader's notes. How quickly does it take CGC customers to pull up their grader's notes? Oh, that's right. You have to be a member first. Only then can you access the grader's notes. More red tape. Yay, corporate America. Corner scuff top and bottom left front cover. Spine stress lines back and front cover. Indentations front and back cover. What the hell am I doing? Am I writing on these things? But I do see the spine stress. So you could see, like, you know, that's the good thing about EGS is you become better. And again, I didn't get these clean and pressed like I did with the PGX books. PGX does a phenomenal job with their clean and press. I forgot to tell EGS to do that because, you know, it's been quite a while. The next book, I love it, but I'm a little sad by it. But again, this is going to be a displayer, not for any reason, but that's Amazing Spider-Man 346. Now, my regulars have seen this, the PGX one that got a 9.2. Well, this one is a 5.5, sadly. But again, it looks beautiful. Who gives a shit? Like, you know, look at that. You got a nice image of Venom in there. I mean, yeah, who cares about this? It just looks great. I mean, this is such an iconic cover, and it still presents well. It still looks well on display. I mean, I could see what he's saying for the grader's notes on this. It says corner scuff top and bottom left front cover. Spine stress lines back and front cover. Indentations and indentations lines, front and back cover, dirt stained back cover. And sure enough, there is that stain. So, I mean, again, that's the transparency that you get right off from the get-go that you don't with CGC. So, again, but still, when this is on display there, when people walk in, oh, I remember that in the 90s. You know, people will gravitate to this. 1991, wow. Was I in junior high? Now, the next book we're going to feature is the premiere of a new label, in the sense that this is the first time EGS has utilized this label, and going forward, it's going to be a big hit for various different reasons. And I'm talking about the other silent issue, not issue number 21. This is the silent issue that no one talks about, and that is issue number 85. And what's cool, let me bring it closely. Can you see that camo layout? And look how it matches Storm Shadow. And here's his version 2 action figure. You combine all those three elements, and that is freaking sick. That is amazing. And again, this will be another displayer, newsstand edition of this often overlooked issue. And now, Hooded Cobra Commander was kind enough to come on during an episode where we called it the other silent issue. So we talked about this issue. Why is it overlooked? And, you know, is it going into the well one too many times? Because you had that issue number 21, which is like probably one of the top 5 most important comics in the last 50 years. And then this one comes, and, you know, it didn't get all that fanfare and all that love, but still, regardless, it is an important key issue. And EGS just did a phenomenal job making this issue pop. I mean, that label in itself is amazing. You won't get that with CGC, you know, so whatever. All right, so the last book in this series is kind of cool. Now, all the buzz about Into the Spider-Verse and, you know, Spider-Man 2099, well, this is the Web of Spider-Man 30th Anniversary, issue number 90. And look at that label. Look how it blends seamlessly with the cover. And again, this is a poster of one of the first appearances of Spider-Man 2099. And this book has been heating up lately, you know, with Into the Spider-Verse around the corner. Ben Reilly's Scarlet Spider character, those two guys are pushing a lot, making a lot of noise in the comic lately. So I think having this issue done, and look, it just looks beautiful, guys. Look at that. That is phenomenal. And let's just read the grader's notes. Corner scuff top and bottom left front cover. Spine stress lines front and back cover. And to be honest with you, I was expecting that because this was a poly bag. Remember that? So this came out in a poly bag in, what was it, 1992? Nope, 1992. So remember, there was 3 of them. There was the green Spectacular Spider-Man, the black Amazing Spider-Man, and the red Web of Spider-Man. And with, of course, what's hologram screams the 90s. So this one came out amazing, and I'm so glad to have it. Again, a wonderful job. But that's what I'm trying to stress, is that you could be, you know, you could follow and, you know, keep being plugged into CGC, or you could invest in the future of this wonderful hobby and do something different. I mean, with the new slabs, I mean, you're going to have that and the custom labels. Why not? It's a no-brainer. And just give it a try. I mean, I've had no problems. My turnaround time is good. The quality of the work is good. And I like that EGS takes interest into the work they're doing. It's not just like, you know, they're putting some thought into the books. I mean, some of these labels, they're creating it. So they're doing art at the same time. I know you saw with the Red Sonja one, I showed that in an earlier one. Like, Red Sonja is there. The color matches this photo variant. It's like those little details tells me that this is a company that I want to invest in for the future. And I think that EGS is definitely on the right track. So with that aside, the next EGS would be their first of their new slabs. And I'm really excited, and head over to EGS's website. There'll be a link below. And there is actually an image, I think I'll post it, and they have a video about it where the owner, Tony, talks about the whole process and everything. He also did a episode with Bronze Age Nerd where he answers a lot of questions. They like get to know the company. And I think those things are kind of reaffirms why I continue to back this company and why I have ceased giving my money to CGC. And it's not about flipping books today. It's about enjoying and passing it down to the next generation. I think having more than one company to kind of like diversify and save, because if one company goes down and there's nobody else, then the entire hobby will go to shit. And I think that's a dangerous, dangerous proposition. So as us as comic book fans and collectors, we need to invest in these smaller companies that come up and be on par with CGC. It will make CGC actually better, more accountable, basically where they have free range to do whatever the fuck they want. And they could basically give you the middle finger and say, deal with it. They can't get away with that, guys. That is not how business is done. That's called monopoly, so I think it'd be advantageous for you guys just to send a few books and give them a try and take it from there. So that does it for this unboxing episode for Codename New to Vero 2. Thank you, and we'll see you on the next episode. Have a good one.